Tony, how can estate agents get higher fees in this tough market in 2019? Talk to me.
It's about building value. It's about differentiating from every single other agent. It's the only way they're ever going to get high fees. And I think the key point is I want to change the word fees, because when you say the word fees, it becomes a price, it becomes a cost. So I think agents shouldn't use that word, they should use an investment. So when they talk about how they're helping their vendors or landlords, the investment they're going to make to achieve ABC goal, that's how the vendor or the landlord should be thinking.
Okay.
So that's an immediate differentiator.
So what does that actually look like in the real world?
So I think in the real world it's the terminology that's used, and the client, the vendor or landlord, needs to understand it's not something they're paying for, it's something they're investing in to achieve a goal that they want. And to answer your first question of how do they get high fees, it's about how they build the value in that client's mind. What are they doing differently to achieve it? And a lot of my clients now, and I think it's very...
Because you teach a lot of agents how to do this, don't
I
you?
do, absolutely. That's sort of my expertise. And what a lot of my clients are now doing is a bronze, silver, gold package. They might be naming it differently, but what's sort of come out in the last sort of few months is people need transparency. They need to know what they're actually paying for. And I think the best way to achieve that is a 3-tier package. So it's very clear. So if they only want to be paying 1.25%, they can have a bronze. But if they have the pockets to invest 2%, they get the gold or the platinum. But it's just a very clear breakdown of what that exactly involves.
And you'd actually go to the free valuation or whatever you call it and actually say, I offer 3 levels of service.
Definitely. Exactly that. And I would say what I'm going to do today is understand exactly what your goals are, your priorities, the type of buyer you're looking for. Based on that, I will make a recommendation of what I feel is the right package for you. And I think that the agent and the vendor need to come to an agreement of what's the right one for them. It's not about getting the highest fee sometimes, it's about what's actually right for that client.
What, you would actually almost have it on a piece of paper that
I'd
says
have a professional
bronze.
brochure. Absolutely. I know Webbers have recently done it. They've launched I think they've got 4 packages, the bronze, silver, gold, platinum package. They've called it choose your, I think they've used strawberries, which I love, and it's like choose your strawberry. But it's just very clear of what you're getting. So I think a lot of vendors are very nervous these days of being ripped off. So this eliminates that. You know, it's very clear what
Giving
you're
choice,
getting.
isn't it?
Correct. And it's interesting, I was talking to Malcolm Prescott at Webbers, and something he's done some research in this. And if you go to a restaurant, the people often choose the middle option. They don't want to see the cheapskate, but they don't sometimes want to pay the highest. So middle is normally the most popular in terms of packages. And people pay a premium in terms of wine suppliers, pay a premium to be in the middle choice on a menu, which is quite interesting because you go out on a date, you don't want to seem a cheapskate and buy the cheapest bottle of wine, knowing that it probably won't taste much difference to the medium one, but they'd rather be in that middle. So it's quite interesting. So that on purpose, Webbers have highlighted most popular being the central.
Really?
Which I get, yeah.
What sort of, not going into too much detail, what sort of differences on the packages are we talking between bronze and...
In terms of price or what you get?
Or both.
I think it goes up in 0.25% tiers.
Yes.
And in terms of what difference, if you look at the top package, you can imagine it's everything you can think of. Drone videos, obviously EPC floor plans, etc. Goes without saying. Professional photography, the best quality of brochure. It's exclusivity on their newsletter. They'll go out to their huge database. They'll have specific canvassing slots in the week for their property only. So it's almost, my suggestion to agents is write out every single thing you do and then decide what you're happy to break it up to, and almost think, if you can, break up a third. So you're still achieving goals using the bronze, but you're making it crystal clear what the client's getting.
And it's interesting that Weber's actually put the fact is that the middle one is the most popular.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
And people are like sheep, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's for them, it's where they want most of their clients to be. So it works really, really well. I've done it for my business now, and it's proven very popular.
Fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Cheers.